Hello, and welcome to my couch. My name is Alex Domeracki, and this is my food service management presentation for effective communication. So, what can I say about communication, other than that communication must be the single most important thing in a hospitality job? Except, most of the communication between customer and server is done subconsciously. The article I'm going to discuss today is from Oregon State University Library. It's a thesis on nonverbal communication and restaurant personnel. The three major topics I'll be touching on today is psychology of tipping, nonverbal communication, and of course the effect it has on customer tips. So, it seems that everyone and their mother has an opinion on tips and how to get better tips. Which makes sense because according to the National Restaurant Association, nearly half of all adults in America have worked in a restaurant at some point in their lives. 32% of us had our first job in a restaurant. Did you know that in this industry we gross over $1 billion a day in sales? That is a lot of cheddar. With all that money flowing through restaurants every day, it's no wonder that most of us chose a job where one can directly impact their daily income, purely based on how well they do, how much they want to earn that money. Tips account for roughly $20 million a day in take-home income for servers all across America. The article I've been researching seeks to understand the tipping behavior of customers, which equates to better service, which then, of course, equates to better tips. One of the leading statistics in nonverbal communication has absolutely nothing to do with understanding tipping behavior. It has to do with your gender. It's the first thing a customer will notice. Is my server a man or a woman? Over 55% of restaurant employees are women. Statistically, women get larger tips than men do. So, before you have even greeted the customer, your tip has already gone up or down. Customers are subconsciously looking for several key factors that determine whether their interaction with you has been positive or negative. Things like touching, glancing, smiling, writing thank you on the check, and most importantly, eye contact, will all bolster your tip. Even if the customer does not know it, these things will be associated with a positive experience when he or she goes to write the check. Another major contributor is the server's perception of their use of nonverbal communication. If they think they possess good nonverbal communication skills, they tend to wane in their ability to satisfy the customer. They become inconsistent. When the server thinks they don't possess good communication skills, they tend to try too hard, and it ends up hurting them. We've all had that guy that tries too hard. So, why do we tip? Well, some say it goes back to 16th century England, where containers with the inscription "to ensure promptitude" were found in coffee houses and pubs all over the place. It was basically an incentive to keep service snappy, and it worked. And pretty much, tipping to this day hasn't changed. it has successfully merged into our lives as a social normality. The success or failure of a waitstaff can literally be measured in tips, the standard, of course, being 15%. Analyzing your average tip amount with the national average helps you to evaluate your service performance and also identifies unsatisfied customers. So, the takeaway lesson from this article, for me at least, is that while a server can greatly influence the amount of his or her tip by doing things like speaking very fluently, being knowledgeable, being polite and kind, and of course being quick, are major components to getting a tip and how big your tip will be. But of course, the majority of the communication is occurring in nonverbal fashion. So, if your mouth says yes, but your body says no, the customer can pick up on that, and they'll know you're not being sincere. So, my conclusion, everyone's conclusion should be, the best way to earn your cut is to work hard and be sincere. Surprising, right? Thank you.